Hello or hello again. This is Jonathan. It is March 3rd, 2026. Happy 3-3 day. It was a blood moon, lunar eclipse, which I missed, and so did the rest of my area in Colorado because of rain. Boo rain in this case. Would have been fun to see, but oh well. It was a little energetic today. I think everybody was a little extra, maybe even including myself. Makes sense. So I think I'm going to start today's yoga breath vlog thing with breath work. I'm going to do a long inhale through the nose and a even longer exhale through the mouth. It'll end up being something like a 3 to 4 second inhale with kind of an elongated hold at the top, and then a 8 or 9 second exhale through the mouth. And the idea is to connect to your breath while you're breathing in through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. You want to have full deep inhales through the nose and full exhales through the mouth, exhaling through the bottom of the lungs, the middle, and the top of the lungs for a full exhale, getting all of the old air out, allowing you to take a deeper inhale through the nose. And I usually like to start with 4 breaths, and so we will. And so exhale all your breath if you have any, and inhale through the nose. Hold and exhale through the mouth. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Return to deep, but your own rhythmic breathing. Let you be the guide of how you breathe. Focus on comfortable but deep breathing, but no attention to timing. Next, we're going to focus on our connection into the ground if you're sitting. Hopefully, you're sitting on a cushion. Or if you're sitting on a yoga mat, that's probably fine. Connect through your sits bone into the earth. Visualize either a root or a tail growing into the ground or into the floor. Just visualizing that allows you to feel a little more connected to what you're sitting on, just a little bit more relaxed into the posture that you are sitting in. Once you have that connection with your root into the ground, start to rise through the crown of your head, through a top knot, uh, so to say, and just feel what that does to your spine. You'll notice that you're gently elongating your spine. Don't go overstretching, just gently point your skull skyward and feel what that does to your breath as well. You can really start to breathe much more deeply, much more expansively once you've elongated through your spine. And it allows you to roll your shoulders back and start to relax your shoulders and everything else that might be tensing unconsciously or consciously. Focusing on your connection into the ground, into the sky, relaxing the shoulders, relaxing everything else that might be trying to make effort happen. Because other than rooting, sky, relaxing, there should be nothing else engaged. And just allow your breath to inform where the most comfortable place is, up or forward or back or sideways. You'll find where there is neutral, because your breath will be the most expansive, the most free, the most even. If you need a little extra and you're aware of how to engage a couple of your energetic centers, it's a good alignment check as well to engage your root, your guts, and your throat, because then you'll easily find where you are most relaxed as well. It just happens to work out that way. Now that we've relaxed a little in this position, I'm going to change gears entirely. We're going to come off the mat, or I am, off the cushion, and come into child's pose. And usually I have to break down child's pose for myself. I can't just, oh, there's a nice ankle pop. Kind of have to sit on my heels to start. Knees should be maybe a couple palms in between or wider. You can go to the edge of your mat if it's more comfortable for you for whatever reason. Modify in any way that fits your body. I find it easiest to start here when trying to aim for child's pose, because it allows me to sit on my heels in a way that I find difficult if I have to work backwards to do that. And maybe others find it more easy to start forward, but I find it easier to start back. Always let the breath guide where your posture is going. A few things to pay attention when coming forward, for me at least, is I have to be really connected through my palm into the mat. Almost able to lift my fingers up off the mat. I am rooted through the palm in that way, and it allows me to connect with the elbow a little more. Feels a little more natural once I've got that connection into the palm to allow my elbow backwards in a way that feels much more comfortable. I'm not trying to compensate for the palm elbow because I have rooted in the palm, and the elbow can extend in a way that is comfortable. At this point, to achieve child's pose, you just need to slide forward with the palm. You're probably doing this with both of your hands. I have a mic, but the full posture looks something like this. And I like to wiggle back into place. Always move slowly into any posture. Don't just try to get there. At least in my case, I have tight tendons, tight hips, tight hamstrings until I relax very deliberately into posture. Always deep breathing when you're moving. Until you can land with your roughly third eye on the mat. And once you've found yourself down, head on the mat, you can let everything go and just breathe in this position. We'll take a few deep breaths here. In through the nose, out through the mouth. So exhale all the air momentarily and inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. And then we're just going to breathe here at our own pace. Breathe into anything that's still tense, anything that still needs to let go. If you need to, you can wiggle forward when you're doing that. Remember to engage through the palms. Gently come back down. Let the breath guide where is most comfortable. And we're going to spend 5 to 8 breaths here, just comfortably breathing. In another couple breaths, we're going to change postures into tabletop. The goal will be to end up with our palms firmly on the mat, with our shoulders above our palms, hips above knees, and knees about shoulder width apart. And so, whenever you choose on your next inhale, when you inhale, you're going to come up, engaging through the palms. And moving into a comfortable tabletop. It's helpful here to move the spine from left to right. Do so gently, of course, slowly and gently. No need to wrench anything out. You just end up creating problems that way. And then we're going to do some cat-cow. So when we inhale, we're going to let the belly drop and we're going to arch our back downward. And when we exhale, we're going to pull the belly in and curve the spine upward. Inhaling, belly down, exhaling, belly up. In that fashion for a few rounds at your own pace. It's a little hard to call and do with a mic. So just be gentle and slow. Inhale, belly down, exhale, belly in and spine up, gentle and slow. Once you're done, inhale to neutral. And if it's comfortable for you, feel free to sit on your heels. And then we're going to head back into seated. Just on the mat. Re-engaging the sits bone into the ground, ground to the sky, rolling the shoulders back. Take a couple breaths here. Once you feel comfortable, you've re-engaged here, we're going to take a forward fold in seated. It's important to note that this is coming from the hips, hinging at the hips, not over the belly. So we don't want to round through the back at all. We want to maintain this tall feeling through the spine as you hinge forward through the hips. And it's helpful to inhale and reach up through your crown and exhale forward, hinging at the hips. And if not landing that deeply, then maybe just elbows to knees is enough for maybe a lot of people, I'm not sure. But if you're comfortable going forward further, make sure you can breathe still into the space wherever you land. But inhale through the crown of the head and exhale, hinging at the hips. Wherever you land, breathe deeply into whatever needs to be breathed into, whether it's something in the knee or the hip itself or the shoulders, making sure that you're staying broad through your shoulders here. You don't want to collapse forward, trying to stretch forward. You want to stay broad, breathing deeply, expansively, shoulders wide and relaxed. Folding wherever you can fold from your hips. Another couple breaths here, and then we're going to inhale up back into seated. And so once you're on the next exhale, exhale a little extra deeper. Inhale and rise through the crown of the head. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, hands down through the center, heart in front of the heart, landing in front of the heart. Let the palms press together and breathe into what that can now create with relaxed shoulders. Let the arms fall and take a couple of breaths and feel what's different in this end of seated, whatever we want to call it for today. Feel what moving in the different postures has done for the posture, how it feels different than when we were first on the cushion. The mobility that is likely now in the spine. If you have been following along and you were able to find relaxation here, then I am grateful that you followed along and were able to do so. Um, for anyone else just listening along, that is great too. Maybe some breath work was helpful. Either way, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night. I love you all. See you soon.